There's a couple products in our portfolio that have been central to us being able to build our company. We're only 5 years old, and we chose a couple partners early on that were very important to our development, Milestone being one of them. We chose it because of the depth and reliability of the product, the ability to speak to lots of different cameras, the fact that when the drivers hit the market they just work, and whenever we've had issues, Milestone's support department has taken us through to resolution without us really having to ask more than once. So they've been a very good and reliable partner over the years. We like to say where the rubber hits the road is when the end user actually sits down and uses the client software, and that is where we know we're going to close a deal with Milestone, because once the customer starts using the software, most arguments with regard to the usefulness of the application and how they might use it in their environment completely come to a halt, because they start using it and the light bulbs just start to pop like flash bulbs, and they're like, oh, I can use it here, I can use it there. Yeah. And they start using the product in a way that they never anticipated. Many of my customers that thought they were bringing us in to help them stop theft and vandalism and things like that end up seeing that the tool really becomes more important operationally and helps them actually be more efficient, save money, help to keep their employees trained better. So in that regard, I think our customer sees tremendous value in what we can bring to the table with our partnership with Milestone. This is my third trip to MIPS in the last 4 years, and every time I've come it's always been a good experience meeting other integration partners from across the country, getting to chat with them about how they solve complex problems, getting ideas about other technologies, best of breed vendors that we can bring into our portfolio to the benefit of our customer base. So MIPS is always a nice opportunity to touch base with what Milestone calls the ecosystem, and to enjoy our part in that ecosystem. I think we're having some troubled financial times this year, so I think touching base with the ecosystem and understanding strategies for moving forward in troubled times, and understanding what the strengths and opportunities are within our market has been valuable for me at this MIPS. The University of Buffalo is an interesting Milestone case study. Because they've been using Milestone on campus there now for about 4 years. The University of Buffalo is about 30,000 students spread out over 3 geographical locations in Buffalo. The use of Milestone there was never something that was decided at an executive level and then brought down to the masses. It started in one department, because most departments at the University of Buffalo make their own buying decisions. We started with the medical school there. They deployed 60 cameras from there. Athletics deployed about a couple dozen cameras. Then campus dining and food shops put up about 100 cameras of their own. The most recent project is the facilities group is now on board with the platform, and they're putting up 70 cameras. So there's roughly 300 cameras in that environment, and it has grown as a de facto standard across the campuses without somebody from a centralized location saying this was the technology we were going to use. It simply has grown across that enterprise because of the sheer quality that's been recognized by the various departments that are seeking a surveillance application. We don't have hard statistics in terms of how crime has dropped on campus as a result of cameras going up and Milestone being utilized, but what we can say is that when crime has occurred, where there have been cameras, there's been vast numbers of and I can't speak to exactly how many, but dozens of crimes have been solved, property recovered, perpetrators arrested, and clear evidence being given. So I think in terms of an investigative tool, the Milestone video has been invaluable on campus.